Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or even maybe good evening for some places. Welcome to our webinar, Global Teacher Association. This is our 23 or 23rd webinar series of our um, webinar through Zoom. And today we will have our lovely speaker. This is her second time as our speaker. We have here Miss Maya Rejepova. She is from Turkmenistan. And as we inform on the poster that she is working for the US embassy as teacher, English teaching, something like that. Uh, but most of it, Miss Maya will introduce to all of us what is her expertise. And today, our topic is about inclusive education on teaching English in low resources context, because we know that most of us here mostly is not English. I mean, like the first language is English. We all of us language is a second language or even third language. But as we know that English is international language, so I think it's better for us to know how, and maybe some of you, if you want to go abroad for teaching or something at international school, it might need how to use English as a medium of teaching. So welcome, Miss Maya. This is your turn. Time is yours to be our speaker today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope everyone can hear me, right? But please let us know if there are any connection challenges or if you cannot hear me well or see me. Um, First of all, I would like to take a moment and express my gratitude to IGN. Thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much for your care. And it is great honor for me to be here with you, sharing my experience. My name is Maya, and I am from Turkmenistan, which is teeny tiny country in Central Asia. I have more than a decade of experience in teaching English in low resource context and, of course, inclusivity. I work at the US Embassy Ashgabat as an English language programs coordinator, which means I do contribute a lot to expanding English language outreach in the country. And I also, with my team, of course, I also contribute to professional development of local educators. So these two topics are vital and very trendy because this is what we in real world face every day. Unfortunately, not the whole world is not. I would say professional enough in conducting resourceful, fully furnished classroom settings. And of course, inclusivity is something very new to the society. And of course, we are doing our best. The whole world is doing its best, but we are in progress. We are not there yet. So during this presentation, no, actually, if I may respond in the chat, I see question if it's only for English teachers. Actually, this specific session will be about handling students with special needs in inclusive classroom settings, trying to create as much as possible inclusive audience-friendly classroom, and of course, teaching, yes, English, but it can be any language in low resource context. So basically, I will be sharing today with a very practical, easy to use information on how to making better and more effective. Thank you so much. More effective teaching. So this is it can actually, I think, tips and techniques and that I will be sharing today will be useful to everyone who is here, but this is not only for English language instruction. It can be for any language, but also at the same time, I will be first part of the session. I'll be talking about inclusivity in general, inclusive audience, inclusive classrooms, inclusive education. So it will be useful to everyone who is into inclusivity. So if I may start, and thank you so much, Ms. Nora, for your assistance with sharing the screen. So today, basically, as I mentioned, I will be talking about two topics. One of it is inclusive education, and then low resource context, and how these two, how it's possible to integrate, and how on I will be basically providing real life examples on how to making these two most recent and a bit still complicated approaches in teaching. So both of these topics do include some challenges, and then I will mention about effective strategies, and of course, then the floor is open for question and answer session. I will not be talking about theory because based on my observation and experience, I learned when the presenters share with the real life examples and experience, that helps educators a lot. So I will be trying to use as much as possible handy and easy to comprehend information today. So thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate your energy and efforts, given that it's Sunday. For most of teachers around the world, it's only one day off, and you are dedicating some part of it for us. So I truly appreciate. Thank you so much for your care, dear everyone. So next slide, please. Let's start about inclusive education, inclusivity. One thing that I would like to mention before we start, this session will be interactive, so please don't be shy to speak up. I will be more than happy to hear from you. And please, if you don't feel fine talking, you can feel free to chime in the chat, and please express your opinion, your ideas. These all are very valuable for us. So it means I'll be asking questions. First of all, let me please ask you, have you ever heard of inclusivity? What is inclusive education? What is inclusive classroom? What is it? So there is no right or wrong answer. It's all about your opinion. It's all about your idea. So please feel free to share. Come on, who is brave enough? Because most of the time, we do expect someone to be the first one.
Anyone, please?
For
What
me,
is,
I think
yeah,
inclusive
yeah.
education is education for all without any boundary, without any restriction, without any destruction or whatever the thing we can say. There should be no boundary and there should be no limit for any person from any state or any region.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. More, please feel free to share. Come on, dear colleagues. We want to hear from you.
All right. Hi, I'm Karine from Jamaica. Well, in Jamaica, our Ministry of Education has a mantra that they use. They say, every child can learn, every child must learn. And we use that to mean that we might have children in our class that can learn, but what can they learn? They might not all be able to learn the same thing at the same time, but depending on how the teacher arranges the class, they will learn something. And it can be something that is non-academic, but whatever you do, once you're adding value to that child and allowing them to become a better person, to develop and learn, it could be something as simple as learning to hold their pencil properly or their pen properly, that you have created a classroom that is inclusive.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. This is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Karen. Okay, one more, please. Come on. This is your time to shine, colleagues. Come on. Feel free to chime in.
Hello, myself Grishma. I believe that inclusive classroom is a classroom where like each and every student is given equal importance irrespective of their abilities, their talents, or like whatever that keeps them back. Like each and every student is given equal importance, equal consideration, and like there's an equality is maintained among all the students.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is so true about inclusivity, inclusive education, and inclusive classrooms. Thank you so much for your sharing. Yes, inclusive classroom, inclusive environment is a field, is an opportunity where everyone in the classroom can participate equally, regardless of their ability, ethnicity, and etc. Everyone in the class have equal chances to progress. But as some of our colleagues mentioned today, we do have our own pace, our own unique speed of learning, acquiring new information. So it is not easy thing to handle, not only for the student, him or herself, but it's also challenging for a teacher, especially if teacher is not does not have background in special ed. For example, like me, I will be also bringing my examples of working with visual impaired students in inclusive classrooms, but also I will be mentioning about. Excuse me, hi there. Did anybody wanted to say something? I missed this. Okay, all right. So thank you so much for your active response to the first question. Now let's please look at these two pictures, and I hope everyone can see the screen, right? If you cannot see, please let us know. We will be trying to do our best to fix it. Okay, so what do you think? What do you see in these two pictures? Okay, all right. Okay, then let me add that these two pictures represent reality and expectation, real world and utopian dream. I mean, the picture on the left with the young man with special needs surrounded by his classmates, friends, and teacher. And on the right, there is isolated young girl who is abandoned. So the picture on the left represents a progressive society where every single individual with special needs or any difficulty can enjoy life and thrive. And a picture on the left, unfortunately, reality, what do we face? Where most of the people with special needs and not only, there are also some extrovert individuals, which makes them also difficult to be a part of society and take active part in the society. So mostly those are marginalized, isolated, unfortunately undervalued, disabled people facing barriers.
Hello, Miss Maya.
think she went out.
Yeah, I think the connection.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the connection problem.
Yeah. We can wait for her. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry everyone. I think Miss Maya is went out. I think the connection, maybe we can wait for her to come back to the room. Okay.
That's okay. It always
Yeah.
happens.
Yes. Hi, Miss Maya. Welcome back. Is it okay? I think it's okay, Miss Maya, if you don't need to use the camera. If it's
Thank you. So
Yeah.
I hope it will be facilitate somehow internet connection issue. All right. So the reality is that the people with special needs cannot thrive in the society. Especially again, just because educator is not ready, because the educator doesn't have a special ed background or experience classes. That's why most of the time where we get trained to be, I wish there could be just maybe a subject or maybe at least several lectures on inclusivity, on conducting inclusive classes, and just because the teachers face with it whenever they are not ready, it's always difficult for them to start this very challenging journey. So that's why most of the time there is an unfortunately, there are a mainstream public classroom settings and special education settings. I do understand if the, let's say, mental disability or physical disability is severe, then of course some special education is required, because the specific individual child, let's say in our case, they do need assistance all the time. And just because the teachers who mainly work in public schools or even language centers and etc., where there is only mainstream, they do not have